Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan with me tonight. Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And Allie LaForce is reporting on the sideline. So the Nets starting five. Guard spots filled by Demon and Thomas. The post tandem, Porter Jr. and Claxton. And it's man in at the small forward position. And for San Antonio, Barnes operates at the 4 with Wembanyama at the 5. Castle is out there with Devin Vassell. And it's Champagny in at the 3 spot. And Greg, now that we have a new season underway, what's most important for these teams to remember right now?
That it's a long season, Kevin. And I know we say that a lot, but it's the truth. And to just remember, there's going to be plenty of ups and downs during the course of the year.
Now, here's Vassell. Wembanyama sets a screen for Castle. Back to Vassell. 6 to shoot. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by Claxton. And here are the Nets. Tries it from 19. That's good from Thomas on the assist by Porter.
Bang, bang. The pass was there and Thomas was shot ready.
After Champagny. Here's Castle. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
Next ball.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Pass to Demon. Here's Man. Good on the three-point shot.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And here is Barnes. Vassell finds Barnes. Spurs passing it around. And the basket by Castle.
I love that basket from Castle. Heady play from the rookie.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Outside Thomas. Puts up a 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Well, they've started this game strong offensively. 3 out of their first 4 attempts.
And Mitch Johnson, Stan, now taking over full-time as head coach of the Spurs.
Well, look, Mitch Johnson's the son of an NBA player and a high-level point guard in college. He knows how to run a team and favors that pace and space style.
And few defenders to ever play in this league have the ability to slow Wembanyama inside.
Near the three-point line, it's Thomas. Again, the Nets for two.
Well, you can't start the game much better than this. 4 of 5 from the field.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Porter passes to Thomas. And he banks in the layup. 9 points for Cameron Thomas.
Ready to battle for his looks. Thomas makes up for being a little undersized with pure tenacity.
Now Castle. His last outing, 16 points for him. Pass to Wembanyama. And the rejection by Claxton. And that one's good by Porter.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Terrence Mann.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Castle with it. Vassell outside. Pass to Wembanyama. Over Claxton. It's hauled in by Claxton.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on it.
And the basket by Thomas.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Spurs trail by 12. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Castle. And that one's good. Champagny.
And there's a nice playmaking element to Castle's game, especially at 6'6".
Last game for the Spurs. They pick up the W against the Pelicans. Pass to man. It's Thomas on the wing. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Thomas got 14.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly.
Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
Oh, man, what an incredible throwdown by the rookie Castle. Wow.
Let's see the connected cam angle on that stunning play, brought to you by AT&T. There's Porter at the three, hits it from three-point range. He has 5.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Vassell, a rebound by the Nets. Claxton's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Porter, no luck.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Nets?
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
And you can't turn it over against this team. That's a recipe for disaster, and we're seeing the results of that.
Spurs trail by 12. Here's Castle. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Here we go, Coach. The 2025 Rookie of the Year, Stephon Castle.
Yeah, look, Kevin, you can't say too many good things about this guy, but it starts with this. Like all the best players in the league, he plays both ends of the floor. Stephon Castle can take on the assignment of guarding the best player on the other team, and he's a guy whose skills are rapidly improving offensively. The future is great for this guy.
Known for his strong defense, Castle is someone any coach would love to have. He is a hard-working rookie.
Good on the second free throw. Here's Demon. 9-point game his last outing. Man in the corner. And the Nets, another 3.
crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
Yeah, we thought this might be the case. You see a few of those go through the net, it becomes contagious.
Spurs trail by 14. Vassell outside. Back to Castle. Barnes passes to Wembanyama. A fader. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Showing he's more than just an interior threat. Wembanyama also possesses that reliable jump shot.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And he's good on the 3-ball. Porter's got 8 points.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Barnes outside. Back to Castle. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
Oh, yeah. Castle can leap up to the rim. The rookie putting some power behind that finish.
On the wing, man. Claxton the pass to Thomas. Off target from outside. Spurs trail by 13. Pass to Castle. To the inside. And here's Barnes for 3. That's good, and it's Wembanyama with the assist.
Well, I love that dish. Wembanyama is so unselfish.
Nets leading by 10. Outside Thomas. Good. He's got 16.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy.
Let's give it up for your Spurs.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. And now, courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here are the teams that led the NBA in block shots last year. In fourth, the Spurs.
A big part of their defense really revolved around their ability to block shots at the rim. It's so valuable to have that kind of backline protection. Allows you to be aggressive on the perimeter.
And now, let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. The Spurs last season acquiring De'Aaron Fox. He said what this team struggled with are the things that I bring. Self-creation, being able to touch the paint, getting into the teeth of the defense and collapsing it. And regardless of how well I'm playing in a game, I still command attention. My guys never just leave me. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, Allie, we thank you. And 101 left here in the first quarter. Harper the pass to Sohan. The kick out to Harper. Just 5 on the clock. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
There's 47 seconds left in the first quarter. Powell outside. Launches it. Wolf, no good. Spurs trail by 10. Sohan, the pass to Johnson, and he trims the lead to single digits.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Soray. Makes it off the glass. And the Nets lead by 10.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
.23 seconds left to play in the first. Harper in the corner. Three-pointer. The rebound by Sharp. Here's Powell. Pass to Torrey. Harper with the steal. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And we'll be back with you shortly. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Well, you have to love what they've done offensively after that first period.
Well, you know I'm going to give this coaching staff some credit. What a great game plan they've had. Let's see if this can continue.
Johnson is out there with Jeremy Sohan. Then there's Harper, and there's Bryant, and it's McLaughlin in at the point. That's the San Antonio 5. Brooklyn leading by 10. Here's Clowney, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And coach, for teams defending the pick and roll, you often hear coaches talking about being at the level. What does that mean?
Well, Kevin, what it means is the guy guarding the screener, the defender guarding the screener, has to be all the way up with that guy at the point of the screen, as opposed to being in drop coverage where the guy defending the screener will lay back.
And the first one at the line is good. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
McLaughlin, the pass to Sohan. And here is Johnson. Shot from 12. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Here's Traoré. To the paint. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of hope.
The Nets working the ball around now. Here's Wolf. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so Bryant will bring it up for the Spurs. They trail by 14. Kicks it out to Johnson. The three. Drains it from beyond the arc. Johnson's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, that's a good shot by Johnson. He's always a threat from out there.
Now, Stan, there's a lot to like about the versatile game of Jeremy Sohan.
Well, look, Kevin, Jeremy Sohan is a guy that everybody's going to want. Jeremy Sohan can fit in anywhere. He's a great defender. He's got great toughness. He rebounds the ball, and he can pass and handle for a big guy. Who wouldn't want Jeremy Sohan?
Spurs trail by 13. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one.
Not exactly a game that everyone will be talking about here, but both of these teams can show flashes at times.
And last year they split their season series, so this is a chance for one of them to get the upper hand on the other.
You must have had your dancing shoes at home. Let's go! Let's hear it for you! Substitution on the court.
Vassell outside. Porter against Johnson. To the wing right side. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Pass to man. Here's Demon. Porter in the corner. drains the three-pointer. Porter's got 11 points.
Well, this is Porter's go-to shot. He's very proficient from three-point land.
Now Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Man passes to Williams. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
Yeah, and to do it on the road, it shows how well prepared this team was coming into this contest.
Here's Champagny. Pass to Vassell. A three from Wembanyama. Rebound by Williams. And the Nets with possession. They're on an 11-3 run. Porter kicks to Williams. Lets the three fly. Buries it from three-point range. He's got 9.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for the Spurs. Harper comes in for Jordan McLaughlin. Here's Wembanyama. He gets it in there. Wembanyama's got 6 points.
At well over 7 feet tall. Inside is easy money for Victor.
And here are the Nets. They're on a 14-5 run. Down low. There's Porter with the three. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Rob. In transition, here come the Nets. Here's Williams. Rebounded by the Spurs.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the shot they were looking for. You got to keep the ball moving in that situation.
And that one's good. Wembanyama.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Castle's checked in for Harper. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Brooklyn. Cameron Thomas comes in for Zaire Williams. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 17-7 run. On the wing, man. Hands it from downtown. 12 points for him.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
Vassell outside. Barnes outside. Gets a hand on it. Wembanyama on the follow. Wembanyama's got 10 points.
You have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on it.
Thomas's shot is off. Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a loss to Cleveland. And here's Vassell from the arc. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And that one goes out of bounds. It's touched by Porter. And the upcoming schedule for Brooklyn. On Monday, they'll be playing against Alperen Şengün and the Houston Rockets. And then on Wednesday, they'll go up against Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks.
And looking at the Philadelphia matchup,
that one will mark game number 6 for them in the NBA season. We'll see if there are any adjustments between now and then for the rotation.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Stan, Michael Porter Jr. is a crucial piece to this offense.
Oh, he absolutely is, Kevin. First of all, we know that shooting provides space for other people to operate, and he certainly does that. But Michael Porter Jr. is also a very timely cutter and gets his share of easy buckets. Sal getting in there and grinding.
We've got 1:28 left to play here in the half. Here's Demon. Barnes grabs the miss. And Barnes has got the ball here for the San Antonio Spurs. 19-point game. Wembanyama with the bounce pass. For 3, Vassell. Up again. Wembanyama on the foul. Wembanyama's got 12 points in the game.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
There's the 3. Rebound, San Antonio. Wembanyama's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Back to Castle. Spurs working the ball around now. Vassell outside. And he jams it with authority.
What willpower from Castle, fighting to get his team that second look at the basket.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Sinks the triple. Thomas got 19 points.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Spurs trail by 18. Wembanyama looking it over. Wembanyama with the jam.
Rising and punching it on the young fella. You know he loves having that much of a height advantage. Best chance to get yourself on the highlight reel. And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. It's the Nets up 19. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. The story tonight, everything, and I mean everything, is working well for the Brooklyn Nets. Well, before we move on to the next part of the show, hey, Jet, you get enough sleep last night?
Why are you asking? I'm a little tired, but, I'm a busy man, Ernie. I got a lot going on, but I'm here. Like, what's going on? I'm ready. What are we doing here?
We're on now, but don't worry about it. You can sleep behind the desk. Nobody will even notice you're gone. Hey, get him a pillow.
Come on, fellas. We got a job to do. Take it a little seriously, would you?
Bring me a pillow, too.
And let's move on now to that first half. Obviously, a lot of work to do for the Spurs.
They've looked weak defensively. If you got any pride, they need to show it soon.
Yeah, they're serving up a buffet inside, and the other team's going for seconds and thirds.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. We've seen Cam Thomas really having a great game.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
Spurs trail by 19. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. The post tandem, Porter Jr. and Claxton. Guard spots filled by Demon and Thomas. And it's man in at the 3, the small forward. In transition, here come the Nets. Here's Porter. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Porter's got 19 points.
And this is Porter Jr.'s role. It's why his coaches and teammates encourage him to keep looking to score.
Spurs shooting 47%, pretty solid. Here's Castle. That one a little long. Nets leading by 21. And that one's good by Porter. 21 points in the game.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Wasted no time on that one.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And again, it's Michael Porter. Porter's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Castle.
I'd say he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Well, Victor Wembanyama is trying to gain strength, but he said it's important not to lose your mobility. So bulking up is not a good word. It's more being stable. That's the way to keep going. I don't need to bulk up. I need to get my core stronger. I need to get solid. Back to you.
That approach makes sense. All right, Allie, thank you for the report.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
The Spurs have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. On the wing, Barnes. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Barnes has got 9 points.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Stolen by Thomas. One-on-one here. Add that basket to his impressive total. Brings him to 10 for 14.
Nice hustle. Thomas didn't waste time getting up the court on the break.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. To the middle, Claxton with the steal. In transition, here come the Nets. Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
San Antonio's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. He lobs it up.
What a pass. What a slam. The rookie, Mr. Castle.
Nets leading by 23. Here's Demon. Still scoreless. Here's Claxton. And the rejection by Wembanyama. And the Nets with possession here. Drills the three-pointer. Thomas got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Nets. You know, Stan, you look at Wembanyama's frame. Does he need to get any stronger? Put on more muscle, more bulk?
Well, Kevin, of course he could use to improve on his strength, but he's strong enough right now to be one of the best players in the league. We've seen that, but as he gets older, a lot of that strength's just going to come naturally. The scary thing is for coaches and players around the league, not on his team, this guy's just going to keep getting better.
The Spurs shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
And the first one drops. And thus far in his career, GA, Victor Wembanyama is averaging well over 3 blocks per game.
Matter of fact, if he can maintain this rate, he's on pace to average the most blocks of any player in NBA history, surpassing the towering Mark Eaton.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Well, as we know, Wembanyama has all the tools to become an all-time great. He just needs to focus on becoming more efficient.
That's to Demon. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And that one's good by Porter.
And he got loose from the three-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the second. And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Brooklyn's gotten 12 of their points from long range in the third quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting. Inside, and that one's good by Porter. Porter's got 14 points here in the second half.
Well, he has owned this quarter, a major reason they're up right now.
And so it's San Antonio with it. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. In transition, here come the Nets. Got that bucket in no time at all. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Nets.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And one other thing they have done well has been scoring in transition, looking to run whenever they can.
For San Antonio, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. And that one's good, Barnes.
Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying him. This quarter's been all about him and his offense.
Demon, the rebound by Champagnie. For San Antonio, they've gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
From deep, Thomas. It's good from long range. Thomas got 11 here in this quarter alone.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
San Antonio calls timeout. One guy who's been getting it done is Michael Porter.
Well, I'd think about throwing something new at him. Maybe bring another defender, force the ball out of his hands.
Get up and start moving with your basket. Let's
Changes here for the Spurs. Jeremy Sohan's checked in for Wembanyama. And Keldon Johnson subbed in for Barnes. On defense, the Nets. Pass to Castle. And here's Vassell from the arc. And with the rebound.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Good work there as it goes.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game. And he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
Now Castle. He's got 13. Vassell outside. Here's Sohan. The three from Johnson. That shot, no good. Here's Traoré, defended by Sohan. Thomas, good.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
Pass to Sohan. To the middle. Here's Johnson. Up and in on the layup. And it's 7 points for Johnson.
Well, that's where Johnson does most of his scoring. He's very effective down low.
Here's Mann. And the three off target. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for San Antonio. And the dunk by Sohan.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Mann in the corner. A three-pointer off the mark. Spurs shooting it beautifully here in the third. 56% from the field. Here's Johnson. Buries it down low. Johnson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Johnson's gone 50% shooting tonight, firing away 4 of 8. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. The Nets have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
At the line for the Nets, Traoré, 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Harper. A 3-ball. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Well, and after making just 1 triple going into the break, he's still looking for his first make from distance here in the second half.
Thomas gets the bucket.
And until he cools off, I'd keep the ball in his hand.
And San Antonio shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. Here's Sohan. Bangs home the trifecta. Sohan's got 5 points so far.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Cam Thomas getting it done for the Brooklyn Nets. He's approaching 40 points for him in the game. He's scoring in just about every way possible. We come back right after this. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great passer.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. In the post, it'll be Sohan with Wembanyama. Then there's Keldon Johnson. Then there's Harper. And it's McLaughlin in at the guard position. That's the San Antonio 5. Nets shooting an impressive 65%, having their way with this defense. Traoré gets the bucket.
Assistant, Wolf.
Here's McLaughlin. To the wing on the left. Sohan, the pass to McLaughlin. Here's Wembanyama. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And teams take more threes now than ever before. more than double the average attempts we saw in the 90s.
Well, I think what's happened, Kevin, is we just have more guys who can shoot the ball. So in the 90s, you might have had 2 guys who shot the ball well from 3 and made it a good shot. Now, on a lot of teams, virtually everyone on the roster can shoot the 3. If we have more guys on the floor who can space out and shoot the 3, we're going to have a lot more attempts and a lot more efficiency on those attempts.
Pass to Clowney. The Nets working the ball around now. Now here's Powell. The 3. And Clowney can't get it to go. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Here's Johnson. Another one falls for San Antonio.
Going old school with the mid-range. Johnson.
Johnson against Williams. Out to the wing. Powell outside. Rebound by Sohan. Sohan's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And there's the foul. It's on Nolan Torrey. That is his first foul of the game. San Antonio making a switch here. Barnes is checked in. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Wilson's checked in. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the 4th. The shot from the low post is good. Wembanyama's got 21.
Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors.
Brooklyn's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Powell finds Williams. Outside Wilson. Back to Powell. From deep. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Coach, when you've had to scout for prospects, how much stock did you put in the NBA Combine?
Well, I think, Kevin, you can get certain things out of the Combine. I think the physical testing stuff is good to at least give you a baseline on guys. I think getting a chance to talk to some of the players is outstanding. And then just anytime you get another chance to watch guys work, watch guys play, it's just another data point.
Back to Harper. That 3 off the mark. The Nets shooting around 60% of the night. Amazing work offensively so far. Pass to Clowney. And the layup falls.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Here's McLaughlin. He's looking for Wembanyama and finds him. Wilson left side. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. Here's Wembanyama. That is good off the back rim and in. 23 points for Victor Wembanyama. And the Nets with possession here. It's Powell on the wing. Pass to Torrey. Fires for 3. Rebound San Antonio. Barnes has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And there's the drive. Out the basket. Barnes has got 12 points here in the second half.
Well, he's been resourceful tonight, not wasting opportunities.
And so it's Powell who brings up the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Here's Torrey. Fires from deep. Johnson with the rebound. To the paint. Here's McLaughlin. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And it's getting late, guys, but all of a sudden they have hope when just a little while ago it looked like hope was lost.
Here's Torrey driving inside. And the rejection by Wembanyama. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. And the Spurs with some changes. Champagne's checked in. And it's Vassell in for Harper. Sharps checked in for Brooklyn. Saroff comes in for Powell. Brooklyn leading by 22. And stolen by Wembanyama. Pass to Barnes. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
What a difference a half can make. As much as he struggled in the first 2 quarters, he certainly made up for it with his play in the second half.
Right side, Wilson. Here's Saroff. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. The Spurs have gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. Castle against Wilson. Got it to go off the glass.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. And now it's time for our presentation of the player of the game, Cam Thomas.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
On the road, in a tough atmosphere, he's taken on the role of star tonight. If one of their other players came up short, he picked up the slack to make sure they'll be walking out of here with a win. Nets leading by 18. Here's the teardrop. Saroff gets the bucket.
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
On offense, here are the Spurs. They're on a 17-6 run. Pass to Wembanyama. Here's Castle. So, Greg, in 2021, the NBA creating the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Social Justice Champion Award. It's so great to recognize the work that's being done by so many NBA players.
It does, Kevin. And these players who are not just giving back, but giving a voice to the less fortunate and trying to shape policy towards justice and equality.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
Spurs have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Wembanyama. Over Sharp. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. And that's now 25 points for Victor Wembanyama. Brooklyn leading by 20.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Brooklyn.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Cameron Thomas.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively like he did in this one.
Vassell off target from outside.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Shot's good by Wilson. And the Nets lead by 20.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
Off the glass. Here's Traoré, covered by Vassell. The three is off. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, signing off for this presentation of NBA basketball. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Cam Thomas.